Welcome to Out of the Box from Hudson County Community College. I'm Chris Reber, president of Hudson County Community College and your host for these podcasts. With me today to speak about the college's Culinary Arts Institute is Culinary Arts professor, Chef Kevin O'Malley. Thank you,
Chef.
Thank
you for having me.
And also a recent Culinary Arts graduate, Chef Rene Hewitt.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you both, gentlemen, for joining me today. And in the interest of true disclosure, let me just start by saying I'm out of my element here. Okay, I can do Stouffer's lean cuisine very well in the microwave. That's as far as I go. But today we are going to have a wonderful conversation about our nationally renowned Culinary Arts Institute and about our students. And Chef Rene is actually going to make a dish. And I'd like to start, though, by asking Chef O'Malley to tell us just a little bit about our program. Now, Chef O'Malley has an incredible background. He was a chef in major venues throughout New York City. He earned his first degree from the coveted Culinary Institute of America, and then earned bachelor's and graduate degrees from Fairleigh Dickinson. But very notably, Chef O'Malley was the first chef and faculty member at Hudson County Community College when our program opened some 40 years ago. Yeah. Chef O'Malley, tell us just a little about the program.
Well, the program I think is one of the best programs in the country. I've seen thousands of students, and to me, as a faculty member and teacher, success of the students, I see them everywhere I go. I go to my favorite Italian restaurant in Broadway, Luciano's, and I see Chef Joe there. Right, I go to a catering company and see Lisa Epstein, who has one of the best catering companies in New Jersey, has done tremendous success with it. Anywhere I go, the student success is the number one reason.
We're a top ranked, I think we were ranked number 6 in the nation. And the facility we're in is also nationally distinctive. It's been the site of many filmed commercials, and many celebrity chefs have done work here. Most important, as Chef O'Malley has indicated, is the success of our students. We are so delighted today to have with us one of our most recent graduates from our Culinary Arts Institute, Chef Rene Hewitt. Just a word about Chef Rene. He had a whole background and a whole lifetime of experience in business and IT, but his passion is cooking, and he decided, I want to go back and I really want to be a chef. Not only has he finished our program, but recently graduated from our partner institution, Fairleigh Dickinson University, with his bachelor's degree. He now has his own cooking show, In the Kitchen with Chef Rene on Comcast. He's a tester for the America's Test Kitchen. He teaches classes here, so he's truly come home. And today he's going to not only talk about his experience here, but actually make us an hors d'oeuvre.
Yes, a little hors d'oeuvre, yeah. Being a graduate of Hudson Community College Culinary Arts meant a lot to me. The first time I walked down these halls and I looked into the kitchen, something just came over me. And then the first day when I walked in and I had my chef coat on and my knives, I walked in the kitchen, it was like a whole new world for me. I was really excited to be here, and I left everything that I learned over the years. I left it right on the outside.
I have to say one thing, his excitement transferred to all the students around him. He always had the energy and the positivity that we want in our students.
Yeah, thank you. And it just went on from there. Then I tried doing little videos on the internet. And then one day I said, it's time for me to move on, and I wanted to create these little shows. And I started, and it picked up, and I managed to work my way in to get sponsors, et cetera, et cetera. And one of my biggest dreams was to come back and give to the college and teach here. And I had the opportunity, as I'm doing now, to be an adjunct continuing education instructor. And thanks to Chef O'Malley, because everybody looks up to him. Yes, and it's good to be here. So, today we're going to make just a little appetizer. I use cucumber, and what I do, as you see, I have the little marks. So when you cut the cucumber, you get a little design as such. Okay, we're all familiar with that. The next step, and Dr. Reber, we're going to have you create one of these as well. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. 2 chefs next to you.
Yes,
You'll get through this.
Yes. So the next step, Dr. Reber, we take one of the cucumbers as you have here. Yep. And you're going to take your piping bag.
Okay.
And you're going to hold it.
Yep.
And you're going to squeeze. Go ahead. Very good. Now
come
lift
on,
up.
that is beautiful.
Yeah. As such. Around.
That's excellent. You sure you've never been a chef before?
I know I can eat them.
Yes. Of course, mine would get stuck. Okay. Now, excuse me. Now that we have the cream cheese, now sometimes when I make this dish, it depends on where I'm going. I might take some cilantro and I cut that up real fine, chop it up real fine, and I mix it with the cream cheese.
Yeah.
If the person doesn't like the cilantro, what I use is parsley. And you can take the parsley and chop that up and you can mix it. Today we're just doing it just as is. Okay. So the next step, we want to just take a pinch of salt and just sprinkle it on. Now let me point out, in which I learned from Chef O'Malley, when you are adding salt or pepper, you do not go like this, because what happens? You're putting too much in one spot. So we want to make it
From above.
yes, we want to make it like it's snowing. So you want to try
Okay.
that? Well,
Okay.
just a pinch, not too
Okay.
much salt. There you go.
Just a pinch.
There you go. Maybe one day you go like this. There's a chef
He's
that
working
goes-
on technique.
technique. Okay. So now the next step, you're going to take a little pepper.
Same thing.
Yes. And
Nice.
easy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, now, the next step, you want to take a piece of, now I use sometimes the heirloom cherry tomatoes. They're really small. And sometimes what you can also do, put the cherry tomatoes on a cookie sheet. When they are cut in half, make sure it is facing down. Take that, put it into your oven, put it at like 350 degrees on broil, not just on baking.
Are you charring it?
Yes, yes. And what's going to happen? You're going to have that char. So when you take it and you put it on your dish, you'll see that char, and people look at it and they go, ah. So
A nice
that's
color.
that's the effect we want to have. But in the meantime, what you're going to do, you're going to take one of these,
Okay.
and you're going to put it right on the side.
On the side.
Yeah. Let me show you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
You see?
Very nice.
Yeah. Just like that. Let me move this out the way. Okay, so you see how simple it is
Yeah.
to make this? You could have some guests come by and you don't want to fix a big dish. You can do something simple like this. Then we're going to top it off. We're just going to take a little sprig like this, and we're just going to add
What
it.
is that?
Yeah. There
Now,
we
is that
go.
dill?
Kind of herb, fresh
Yeah.
dill.
It looks
Yeah.
like dill,
Yeah,
which is actually
Just
one of my
take-
favorites. Okay.
yeah. And just
So we
on
make
the
like a little
side.
tree
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, mix
Yeah.
a little garnish.
Yeah. So the whole idea of doing this is that you're stacking and you're building.
Yeah.
Like you go to a restaurant, you might get, let's say, a dessert, or you might get your
Bring
lettuce
the
or
food
whatever
closer
it is.
to the guests.
Yeah. And it's building high.
And it's really very attractive. So
Yeah.
it's like, that would be perfect for Christmas time, right? Green, red.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how much of cooking is art and how much is science?
The cooking to me is experience. Luckily for me, I've been cooking all my life. So I have that experience opposed to some of the kids who come to the school. They don't have years of experience. So, you got to encourage them.
Yeah.
When I came to Hudson, I had the experience. So what I did, everything I learned, I left it on the outside of the door. So when I came in, I started fresh. I didn't want to walk in with the thought that I know everything.
But the
And I
school,
think-
the school has offered you confidence too. You gain a lot of confidence.
Yes, the chefs here at Hudson, I mean, they encourage you. They push you and inspire you. And when you do something good, when they turn around and they look at it, they say, oh, this is good. This is good.
And what's really beautiful about our program is so many of our faculty and chefs are alumni, as Rene is. Isn't that right, Kevin?
That's correct.
So since you were hired, tell us about some of the other chefs.
Well, since I've been hired, we have incredible chefs here. We have Chef Janine Nunez. She's not a chef, but she was teaching here. She's in charge of our recruiting and counseling here at the school. We have Chef Puck, who runs our Friday program, who does an extraordinary, beautiful, up-to-date food, really nice. We have Chef Sammy Kazam, who worked at the Waldorf Astoria, and he came here, and he teaches everything. He teaches blown sugar and hot foods and cold foods. We have Marissa Lontock, who's one of our excellent baking instructors.
Yeah.
Just the list goes on
I think
and
you've
on.
got like 7 alumni chefs.
Yeah, we have like 7 alumni.
Which, you know, makes it all the more special and all the more personal and heartfelt, which we're so proud of the whole program. And I want to ask you, Chef O'Malley, tell us about one of your really, really interesting specialties, which is ice carving.
Well, ice carving is an art, an old art from the Japanese. They actually studied it from the French. And ice, years ago, was used mostly just to keep foods cold, like they'd make a shell or a bowl. But today, it's gone into being more of a centerpiece, like company logos, ice bars, ice luges where they put drinks through, company events, big monumental displays for outdoor events in the winter. So ice carving has really grown, and I kind of specialized in it. When I was working in the Pegasus restaurant in the Meadowlands, the chef said, "Oh, you have to start making some ice carving." So I start chiseling away. He said, "I have a friend. I want you to go to New York and work in the Hell's Kitchen section in New York, this big ice house." And I did it for almost nothing, just to get experience. It was way before school. And all of a sudden, he gives me 10 blocks of ice, 300 pounds each. And he says, "I need a New York Mets logo. I need a football. I need this." So you learn really quick, and your designs get nicer and nicer as you go along.
And you teach our students this art form, which is phenomenal. Every December, we have an incredible scholarship event that pervades this entire Culinary Arts Institute. And we have students and chefs cooking dishes, and it's filled with Chef O'Malley's ice sculptures. These aren't just sculptures. I'm talking about a full bar made out of ice.
12 blocks of ice.
A gondola.
Fish, a fish that's actually on display inside the ice. It's beautifully done. It's an art form. We actually have a full ice sculpture facility here.
Yes, I think we're the only school in the nation with an indoor ice sculpting room, where we have pull-down cords. Now we have battery-operated chainsaws. And the students love this class because they get creative. They're working with a medium they never tried before. And we had a few students that turned ice carving into a business for themselves.
So, and similarly, we have incredible kitchens that specialize in pastries and every part of the cooking experience. We have the most wonderful facilities and equipment, so that students are really learning in an authentic, top shelf culinary environment.
And I was in Chef O'Malley's class. I think I carved a dolphin. It was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
You know,
They loved
our
that
hands
day.
was freezing, but the overall program was really great. I came out of the college and I said, I just didn't want to come out and do nothing. I wanted to take what I learned and try to bring it back to the college and encourage some of the young kids here. With the CE program, we're thinking about having some of the students who are here to come and assist. Like if I give a class, a couple of the students can be in there assisting, maybe some of the seniors. And it's good because then they're going to get a certificate at the end and they have a little bit more experience.
Fantastic. And this has been the home of Progresso soup commercials. We've had alumni that have become CHOP champions. Many of our alumni come back and actually do what we call pop-up dining, where they offer a full cuisine for an evening dinner. Many are restaurateurs and chefs, and so it's really an extended family.
It is. It's a pleasure to be here and to be able to do this, you know, and apply what Chef O'Malley taught me and the rest of the chefs. You know, it's wonderful, and I really thank you.
And we are proud of you.
Thank you.
Very much so. Gentlemen, we have a way of ending our podcast. I'd like to ask our guests if you could describe your Hudson County Community College experience in one word. What would that word be?
Opportunities.
Success.
And my word is always inspirational. Thank you, Chef O'Malley and Rene. It was so wonderful having you with us today. And thank you all for joining us for this session of Out of the Box. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your friends and family and visit our website at hccc.edu. Gentlemen, bon appetit.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.